How's everyone doing today? It is CJ Halleck with CJHalleck.com. This is your Daily Hustle Report for February 1st, 2019.
I'm out here shining, 'cause I stay grinding. I'm out here shining, 'cause I stay grinding.
Hey, how's everyone doing today? Just wanted to, kind of get in a little bit to break down a few things. The first thing is, and it's something I want to start doing on a regular basis, is going through the quote of the day as I'm starting out. And the quote of the day today was by an unknown author, and it is, "Every day is a second chance. Nothing is ever too late." And, that's something, especially right now, and kind of got a little emotional earlier today to realizing that I'm finally getting to the end. And that finish line just keeps showing up when it comes to the Blitz Challenge. Wrapped up. See, I think I had 2 or 3 things left to finish on Module 4 yesterday when I did the Daily Hustle Report. Was able to wrap up 4. Of course, same as yesterday, I got all the content done, just not counting videos because I'm going to do all the video work. More than likely, one day next week, or a couple days next week, next few weeks at least. Be working on these videos for the stuff, but as far as the content itself, I wrapped up Module 4 today, 5 today, and 6 today. As far as the written content, which is awesome because that means there's 1 blog post left. And that blog post is just basically going over the, monthly upkeep, updates, things to that nature. Once, because at that point, by the time you reach the end and you get to that Module 7, which is just the updates, you'll have a good understanding of all the software and everything else. So that's going to be moving forward. The, ongoing training and things of that nature that I add to it, or if there's something, down the line through the rest of the year, I'm going to be doing other courses similar to this, where I'm going to do a massive thing on social media where I'm going to cover, once I do it for a few months and see how this works for the marketing side of things for the Blitz Challenge, I'm going to reverse engineer, or basically show you guys how I reverse engineered the 86-page Gary Vee content deck, and Frank Kern strategies, and just a bunch of stuff. And it's all crammed in this book right here. Everything that I have marketing wise, funnels, and every piece of marketing notes that I've ever taken, and since probably 2009, I had in a huge box full of spiral notebooks, and I basically went through and re-put all the important stuff in this book. And so I'm basically going to be releasing stuff. So all this stuff that I'm going to be released, like how to start a podcast, how to write a book, and get yourself publish a book with Kindle Direct Publishing, which used to be CreateSpace, which is how I publish my books. It's how I've published, I think I'm at 11 books, and it's February 1. So it's time to get into the book of the month. Since we're on that topic, I decided this month I'm going to do the naming a brand book. So that's going to walk through, and it's part of Module 1, which is the reason why I wanted to launch it this month. Because with the way I'm sitting right now, completing the workbook for the challenge that I wanted to do, just isn't feasible. The videos and other content like that are 10 times more important to me off the from the start, from the launch. So I need to make sure that stuff is right first. So I'm going to do the naming a brand book. That's probably going to be 14th or 15th, I think, when I plan on getting it submitted. The plan is to basically, more than likely, I'll probably try to get it published around the 16th is when I have it up on my calendar. And that's just it's a mixture between the walkthrough on how to come up with names to make sure that it's available everywhere and all that, to an actual workbook to log your concepts as you're going through names and mind jogger type exercise type stuff, things of that nature. But anyway, so that's going to be the book. And so all this stuff, back on what I was talking about. Sorry for the sidetrack. Back on what I was talking about. The update thing is just going to keep moving and updating, if you will, with the new trainings as I complete them. As well as a series and a new category that I'm putting on Digital Bag that is going to basically be the monthly update, if you want to call it that, where I'm going to go through and, any new changes that take place, if a plugin isn't compatible or, there's a massive update or something, something changes for your website and, or Elementor releases a new feature, or whatever the case may be, that's where I'm going to be posting it in that category, which will be we'll have a feed of those posts with the dates and the update number and everything else displayed as that category on the update module. So you can go back to that same page every single week if you want, see if there's any updates, any new trainings, things of that nature outside of the regular blog content that will be publishing outside of the Blitz Challenge starting on March 1st, including, new updated version of the Instagram guide, which is going to be available, I think it's the 25th. It's the 25th, 6th, or 7th. One of those 3 days. So it'll be a Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday before the Digital Bag launch. I'll have that one complete, or at least updated. There are so many new changes since I've done that. It's going to be another probably 3, 4, 5,000 words that I'm going to have to add to that. So it's going to take a minute, but yeah, so I got the designs done on all the pages with all the content, but that one blog post that I know for sure, as of right now, everything else, as far as I know, I have everything done. Take that back, I do have another blog post on content that is in limbo right now for a couple of different reasons, but basically I just want to make sure I do the research, that if I'm making a suggestion for somebody or a training or something, there's a few things I'm looking into for that blog post as far as who to use if you're going to use a ghostwriter, and the options from cheap to expensive. And I don't mean cheap like the quality cheap, and of course you get what you pay for, but if you have bullet points and you just need it put into, words that make sense, that may be cheaper than hiring someone who goes and does all the research and SEOs, the content and everything else. So I'm waiting to finalize on a few things there. But other than that, it's so basically those 2 articles and that'll be wrapped up. So, and speaking of which, let me go ahead. I almost forgot to do. What am I thinking? There we go. Blitz Challenge. 27 days, 7 hours, 31 minutes, and counting. So, like I said, it's coming down the pipeline. I could see the finish line. The days get closer and closer, and with as productive as I've been in the last few days, more than anything, And of course, a lot of this depends on the video issues when it comes to rendering videos out. When I do the post edits for the Core 7 videos for each of the modules, at least the Core 6, because like I said, the 7th I'll have a video, but it's going to be mostly me in front of the camera like this, which I can shoot really easy without having to do crops and things of that nature. You know, I can go back and forth, switch to my screen, you know, all that stuff. It's just switching between software and everything else and still keeping it clean without post edit is just not quite there yet. But that being said, I hope everybody has had an amazing, I almost said Friday, amazing first of the month at least. That being said, I'm going to leave a little bit with the song of the month. Actually, song of the day. And I don't even know if you guys can hear this, but alright, that's enough of that nonsense. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Just, you know, don't forget about the Blitz Challenge coming up. If you're interested in making a website, starting a business, a brand online, whatever the case may be. And I'm still in the midst of deciding what business I'm gonna do really for the challenge, because I need to make sure it's something. I don't want to necessarily start a full business, but just you know, maybe a side project. You know, I'm looking into possibly like a print, like a canvas website that sells canvas prints. With different, you know, maybe like some success quotes or, you know, something like that. There's a few different things I'm looking into as far as what I'm going to be making for the Behind the Grind challenge that I'm going to be giving myself, which starts, if I can keep focused, my plan is to try to start that on the 4th. And I think what I'm going to do, instead of changing that up where it's going to be just on YouTube, is I think I'm going to stream that live on Facebook. That way I can engage with people while I'm working on the site and stuff like that. And then download it and re-upload it to YouTube, depending on how long it takes and or how long the video is. And if I can actually export it out. And I think I'm going to drop it down to like 20 minutes or something, so I know that it's still solid and I don't have to worry about it getting too long and not being able to download it from Facebook, and then now I don't have content. So, but anyways, I'm going to wrap up. Happy Friday. It's like 6:30 Friday evening. Got food in the oven. Trying to wrap this stuff up. I think I might actually call it a day, at least in the office. Do some engagement stuff on social and stuff on my phone. Other than that, yeah. Y'all have a good night. Be great. Stay boosted. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.
I'm out here shining, 'cause I stay grinding. I'm out here shining.